rare legend build has been taking over NBA 2K25, and it might just be the best defensive build in 2K history. You guys might have seen my video a few weeks ago where I entered a comp pro-am tournament with randoms, and I was able to carry my team to victory with this build, getting a total of 11 steals in one game. This is definitely not normal, especially while playing comp pro-am. I was streaming the other night, link in the description, and I was in a 1-point game. After my crazy reach animation panicked the dribbler, he threw an absolute Stevie to my teammate, which led to a dunk on the other end, giving us a 3-point lead with 1 minute to go. Bendy came down the floor and my teammate randomly tried to blitz him. After I saw that, I played the slip and got an insane steal animation to secure the win for my team. Oh yeah, and I had another 9 steals in this game. This build is genuinely unbelievable. A lot of people think this game is all about offense, but from what I've seen, especially in Pro-Am, defense wins. Playing on these defensive builds is insanely fun and vital to your team's success. Here, I was playing a trash talker and I got a steal late in the game and wanted to troll him, so I shot one from near half court and I actually made it from almost 40 feet out. Of course, I hit legend, and with that, I have the max amount of cap breakers that anyone in this game could have with 19 cap breakers. This makes the build just that much more unreal. Before I show you exactly how I made the best defensive build in the entire game, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel with notifications on, and if you have any crazy builds that you want to see me try to make, comment them below. If I see a good idea, my next video will be me making another wild 19 cap breaker legend build. Underdog is hooking you guys up with a crazy special offer. When you sign up using code SOLO, you will get this Nikola Jokic 1-point special. All I have to do is score 1 point for you to win money. All Underdog Fantasy is higher or lower on player stats, and you can make up to 8 different picks, mix and matching different sports, and the more picks you get right, the more money you make. They also have a ton of different fantasy drafts for basically every single sport, so if you're not into the picks, maybe you could hop into a draft. Again, make sure you're signing up and using promo code SOLO to get this Nikola Jokic 1-point special and up to $1,000 in bonus credit. Sign up today, let's have some fun, but be sure to play responsibly. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to show you guys how to create the best defensive build in the entire game. Obviously, we're going to want to create our own. You know, you can make a community build or a pro toon build or whatever, but you could probably make it better if you just go ahead and start from scratch. For the position, we are going to be going with small forward since this is going to be a lockdown, and I found that the best lockdown height is 6'6". I did try out a 6'4" lockdown. I don't really like it as much. Maybe if you're going to play park or threes, 6'4" might be better, but for me, I just feel like you get better bumps on a 6'6". Of course, since we're going to be insane on defense, we want to max out our wingspan, giving us a 7'2" wingspan. And then for the weight, some people, especially last year, went really high on the weight because they wanted to get that immovable forcer on the highest badge level possible. I feel like strength is not that important this year, and I want to get 92 agility, so in order to do that, we got to go with a 200-pound build. Since we're making the best defensive build in the entire game, we got to start off with our defense. Of course, we're going to put our perimeter defense up to a 94, which this will get 5 cap breakers added on once I complete the build, which would give me a 99 perimeter defense. I'll show you guys the badges once we complete the build, but Challenger will be legend, On-Ball Menace will be legend, Pick Dodger will be legend, and Off-Ball Pest will be legend. Then next up, of course, we got to get our steal up as well. We're also going to be putting this at a 94, which will also get another 5 cap breakers added on. So that's going to be 10 of our 19 cap breakers on perimeter defense and steal. Glove will be legend and Interceptor will be legend. So this build gets pretty much every defensive badge on legend. Continuing on with our defense, the block is going to be pretty high in this build, which I'm not a huge fan of block, especially when I'm playing Pro-Am 5v5, because as a lockdown, you stay at the top of the key. When a shot goes up, you want to run the break. You're never really going in the paint. That's kind of where the center is, the back end is, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not a huge fan of it, but since this build is just that crazy and we have so many cap breakers to work with, I did get some block in this build with a 78 block. And once we put our vertical up, which, spoiler alert, we'll just upgrade this real quick, even though we weren't onto the physical section, we're going to have a 74 for our vertical. That will give us silver high flying denier, and paint patroller will be on bronze. Matter of fact, let's do our physicals next, because this is where I decided to put some of my other cap breakers. So we're going to put our speed up to an 89, and then I'm going to put 5 cap breakers onto our speed. Next up, we're going to put our agility up to an 88, and then put 4 cap breakers onto agility. This of course gives us legend On-Ball Menace, legend Pick Dodger, shifty shooter. We'll get to that in a second once we do our shooting, and our slippery off ball will be Hall of Fame. Strength is not as important on defensive builds like it was last year in 2K25. 24, but it still is a little bit important. So I decided to get 72, which will give us that brick wall, which doesn't really matter too much, but you know, I wanted 71 for Immovable Enforcer. Might as well get, you know, one more strength just for brick wall on bronze, which something a lot of people don't know is this isn't just for screens. If you read the description of brick wall, it says increases effectiveness of screens and drains energy from opponents on physical contact. Okay, so everything about this build is kind of normal when we're talking about lockdown builds in 2K25. There's nothing too crazy yet, but this is where things get crazy. So for our shooting, we're going to be putting our 3-point shot up to an 83, which of course gives us that bronze limitless range along with some other shooting badges. With an 83 3-pointer, this is also high enough to get bases like Jarrett Culver and I believe also Matt Ryan, you know, the normal jump shot bases. You can get that with an 83 3-point shot. And this is normally what lockdowns, you know, finish their shooting stats at. Maybe they get their free throw up a little bit, especially if we play Pro-Am. But what I decided to do is I put my mid-range up to an 88 mid-range. So now we have silver Deadeye, we have shifty shooter going to silver, and then I was like, you know what, let me just max it out just cause it's not going to give us any badges. But with this 88 midi, now whenever I catch the ball, like in the corner, usually that's where I am on offense, I can run in and just fade a midi. And in Pro-Am especially, usually I have the other team's point guard guarding me in the corner, so I get so many midi fades having this 88 midi. It's absolutely knockdown. And it's not only about the midi fades, but the badges went up as well. We have silver Deadeye now, silver set shot, and silver shifty shooter. And with my max +1, I like to put it on set shot, so we actually have set shot on gold with this build. Personally, when I make builds, I like to have free throw on them, especially if I plan on playing rec or, you know, Pro-Am 5v5 with them. So I'm getting a 97 free throw. I know I'm on a lockdown. You know, you don't think it's a crazy shooting build, but I got that just in case my team needs it. This is another part of my build that I think separates me from a lot of other lockdowns, and that is going to be the finishing. A lot of lockdowns, or I should say some, would go with 40 or a 45 standing dunk just to get the basic standing dunk, you know, packages, or they'll go 65. I think rise up is a very important badge. So on my lockdowns, I like to get at least 72 to get that bronze rise up. But on this build, we were able to get an 81 standing dunk, giving us silver rise up on this build. And we unlock all the normal standing dunk packages except for one. That is unreal. And the standing dunks that I got on this build are insane. And a lot of people ask me, Solo, why don't you go really high in the driving dunk? Why is it standing dunk? Well, as a lockdown or any type of corner build, you're basically going to be set on a lot of cuts, and you're going to catch the ball under the hoop and then go up with a standing dunk. Driving dunk is for like ISO builds. I feel like that's kind of self-explanatory, but some people, I don't know, it just doesn't make sense to them. But because I have so many cap breakers and I wanted to make this build as well-rounded as possible, I was also able to get posterizer on this build, getting a 73 driver dunk, which will also give us some different dunk packages. I'm going to show you guys all the dunk packages, all the jump shots, all the animations in a second. And then with the rest of our attributes, we are going to put this on pass accuracy. I'm not a person that likes to have a really low pass accuracy. Like I think 44 would be troll if you go with that. So I am going to be getting a 65 pass accuracy on this build, getting bronze dimer and bronze break starter. I am not my team's point guard. I'm just a lockdown in the corner. If I have to pass it, I'll run up to my teammate's hip and give it to them. Or if someone's wide open, I can easily make that pass with the 65. Sub up if you guys skip to this part of the video, but this is the final product. I'll show you what it looks like in a second with the cap breakers on it. But of course, we're going to have a 99 perimeter, 99 steal, and then the rest of our cap breakers are going to be going on speed and agility. This thing is absolutely insane. I mean, the only thing it really lacks is like ball handle, maybe a little bit more pass accuracy. But again, I'm a lockdown. You know what I mean? I'm meant for defense on this build, but at the same time, the offense is crazy. I shoot lights out with this thing. Look at the shooting on this lockdown. It's crazy. The finishing as well. 81 standing dunk is basically unheard of on lockdown builds. When you go ahead and complete the build, it's going to say we get shades of Alex Caruso, Ron Artest, and OG Anunoby, 3 great defensive players. We will definitely take that. And let's see what the build name is going to be. It is a 2-way catch and shoot threat. So this is what the build actually looks like with my 19 cap breakers on it. Again, this is the cap breaker screen. We have 5 on perimeter defense, 5 on steal, 5 on speed, and 4 on agility. I wanted to make sure that I was very fast with this build so that I can play defense very well. And then of course, we had to get 99 prim, 99 steel. And if you guys don't know how cap breakers work, obviously you want to put your cap breakers on the most important, the most expensive attributes on your build, which for me is perimeter, steel, speed, and agility. Here's a look at the badges on my build. They are absolutely insane. We have legend challenger, legend glove, legend interceptor, legend pick dodger, legend on-ball menace, gold set shot specialist. You guys can see the rest. We also have bronze limitless on this build. I could put that on silver if I wanted to, but it's not that important to me. And actually, I had some crazy limitless shots with this build. I'm about to show you some clips here in a second. Just in case anyone wanted to see them, here are my animations, the exact animations that I use on my lockdown build. You guys can copy these down if you guys wanted them. We have Jalen Suggs motion style. That's pretty important. Pro 2 dribble pull up. We have on the KD go-to shot, MJ free throw. This is the exact jump shot that I use on my lockdown. And then as far as the dunks go, we have no 2-foot dunks. I have hangs off 1, athletic hangs off 1 on as well. And then we have basic 2-handers off 1. For the stand dunks, I have athletics on, 2-hand under basket, rim pulls, I have both of them on. And then signature dunks, I do not, oh, I do have Manu on. Okay, so I have Manu. That is the only signature dunk. And then alley-oops, we have on the pro alley-oop dunk packages. Of course, make sure to sub up. I feel like most creators would gatekeep this type of info, but I got y'all with it. Okay, now we have the fun part of the video. I can show you guys some of the craziest moments that I've had on this build, and we're gonna start off when I had silver badge. You guys can see them popping up in the top right corner of some of these clips, but I was in the wreck to start off on this build just to get some badges, and you saw I jumped the lane, ran down in transition, and threw the self lob to myself. Now right here, watch this. They're gonna, you know, my teammate's gonna miss, and I get a crazy lane where my player jumped like 10 feet in the air, and then I turned around and green. I swear, bro, my rec teammates thought I was a demon, bro. They've never seen anything like this, but look at how high I was jumping. One more time. Oh my God, like that is crazy. Jumping into this next clip. I don't even know if this is the same game, probably not, but right here, we're gonna run in for the midi. Again, we have that 88 midi, which definitely helps us out a lot if I ever want a midi fade or anything like that. Now right here, they test me. I don't know why. I run out in transition. You already know what color that is. Oh my God, like again, this is first day straight out the builder, like with this build. So just imagine what this is gonna be like when I have badges, which that's gonna be in literally a minute from now. But jumping into this next clip right here, another wreck play where I baited him. I was low-key trying to blitz him, but once I saw it wasn't there, I peeled back and stole the slip. We did end up getting the layup. Look at this one more time. I was gonna blitz his right hand, but he just stopped running, so I had to curl back, and I ended up stealing that slip. Now right here, I almost get that lane. If I did have my interceptor up, if I had it on like legend, I think I get the steal there, but look at the block. I'm coming all the way out the left corner. Like, bro, Ravenous Eagle did not see me coming. That is absurd. Now right here, we were playing basketball gods again. This was when the build was still pretty early on. I didn't have too many badges, and we were playing a crazy team. This guy might have been cheating. I don't know. His name was Timu Scripter, and look at me going off. I tore it off him straight into the 3 right here. This is the next play. Look at me. I'm fiending, trying to get a steal, and you guys are going to see the stat sheet here in a second. Trust me, it's kind of crazy, especially against a good team now. Oh my God, I'm foaming, bro. Another steal. I'm telling Chad, hit me. I got heat check. You already know what color that is. Bang, as we win that game 21-9 against a really good team. And look at my stats. 13 points, 6 steals in a 3v3 game. That is crazy. Against a comp team too. 5 for 5, 3 for 3 from 3. That was a crazy game. Now right here, we are getting into some comp pro-am. So this team right here, this was actually, no, I don't know if this was game 3. I don't know, but look at this lane that I got. Oh my God, what a crazy lane steal right there. Now this right here is crazy. So this was game 3. This is what I was talking about. This was game 3, and these guys were talking trash. We're up 10 with 30 seconds to go. I was like, screw it, bro. I'm pulling from half, and I greened it. Bro, you cannot make this up. Look at what I'm doing on this lockdown build. And again, I wouldn't have shot this. I would have had some sportsmanship, but these guys were talking crazy in my Twitch chat. So I was like, screw it, bro. I'm pulling up, and I greened it from 40 feet out. And then this was right after the game. You can see we just loaded out, you know, back into the prom arena, and I tried the shot again. First shot, bro. Is this normal? Is this a normal shot for my build? And again, that was right after the game. Now, jumping into this one, they're going to try and throw a full court pass with 3 seconds left, but Double H gets the steal. They throw it down to me, and I get the heave to fall. I have never made one of those, like, ever. I don't know how that went in. It didn't even give me my normal jumper. It just gave me the heave animation, but I'll take it. Right here, Chad's going to run in for the midi, and he gets it, and we are going to get another insane lane right here. Vortex is going to tip the pass. They're going to pick it up and try to throw it down. But look at me. I don't even think I was playing that lane originally, but I got it. I think I was playing the lane to the center, but that's just how crazy this build is. I'm playing 2 lanes at once. Oh my God. Like, again, maybe it's because I have some vertical on this build. I don't know. But right here, pay attention to the point guard, because I don't think anyone was paying attention to him. The center thought he had a free pass rate, but look at me. I'm hawking. I found the point guard right away, and I play that lane immediately. I don't know why Morlocks don't do that. I feel like they should. Now, right here, we are going to steal this clip. This was the clip that I showed in the intro, but as you guys can see, 9 steal game. Again, this was a comp prompt. I think this was probably a tournament, overnight tournament, something like that. I'm not exactly sure, but 11 points, 9 steals is crazy. And in the intro and for my other video, you guys can check it out on my channel where I played the prom tournament with randoms. I had an 11 steal game. Like, this build is literally unbelievable. Sub up, let's hit this 900K.